I think what we're seeing right now is just more of a fear factor than any facts out there. Because if you actually look at the facts, and that's what we like looking at, is, for example, in Australia, where buy now, pay later started, you're seeing credit volumes come down, but that's being more than offset by higher debit volumes, right? And it's all going on the rail with, on the rails. So at the end of the day, I think what people are worried about right now is that buy now, pay later is going to take away all the credit or debit card volumes. And the facts are that at the end of the day, it doesn't. And I think that's why there will be a moment where, people are going to wake up to it and say, hey, it hasn't really disrupted the industry the way we think it is. And then those two stocks are going to re-rate upwards.
Right, because aren't credit cards just pretty much the first iteration of buy now, pay later? Why is there so much excitement when it comes to these, I guess, solely branded buy now, pay later firms, when essentially what they're doing is the same thing as what credit cards have been doing for decades and decades beyond?
Exactly. And then if you think about who they cater to, especially here in the U.S., and it's a huge trend in the U.S., I'm not dismissing it. We cover a firm, we love a firm. It's a huge trend. But if you think about the people that actually use it, a lot of times it's people that actually don't have access to credit, right? So their FICO scores are not so good, right? So they're using it basically opens almost a new market for the underserved, so to say. And those people are not really competing for the credit product. So it is exactly like credit, and it opens a door to credit to people that normally wouldn't get credit. So it really is almost complementary more than it is taking away business from the networks. And remember, at the end of the day, it's really, if you're talking about disruption, it's really disrupting the banks. It's not disrupting the networks, right? So we have to make a distinction. The interchange, which is how, the ecosystem makes money, only a very small portion of the interchange goes to the networks. And that interchange is consistent across debit and credit, which means that if credit gets hurt, this is a bank issue, not a network issue.